Okay, here we are. Here's another pretty little fancy cap. I don't know. This one is actually an example of all the pieces, not all, but several of the different pieces and an idea you could use to make your own little fancy caps out of the pieces that are here. So I thought that was kind of cool. Gives you some ideas. This whole bag right here is all full of items that have leaves on them. Here are here's a dozen of these pieces. Right here they have a little loop, or no, I guess they don't. I was thinking they had a loop on them for a dangle, but they don't. Sorry about the dog barking. We're due for puppies any day, and she's protective. Anytime she sees somebody outside, she's barking. Here's a frame with a loop on it. This is the antiqued kind of looking color. These are little gold gold bales. They're also metal. There's 48 of them in here, and there's a bunch more of all these different kinds of bales. Here's a nice little gold leaf, fairly good sized all by itself. Makes a pretty brooch with some gems on it. Here are some gold rose pieces. They could be used almost by themselves to make a brooch as well. There is some dimension on the back. There's 6 of them in here. These are reaches. There's hundreds of them in here. But they are, you know, soft, flexible, bendable, however you want to do it, and make and create a whole huge flippin' tree with these things, I think. Here are some little, these have loops on them. They can be dangles, but they're little 3-section leaves. Here is, these have a loop for a dangle on them as well. Dimension to the back. Kind of pretty. These are solid with flat backs. Can be used to glue on or whatever. There's 8 of them in here. Okay, here's some more. These ones are kind of pretty. There are a dozen of them in here. Price was $1.20 a dozen. These are really pretty, I think. They got the loop on them for a dangle. 5 of these little kind of like lily style type things. There's some dimension to them. They're not all real flat. I can't see my screen. I'm sorry. Sorry, gals. Okay, there's 20 of these. Also have the loops on them to be used for a dangle as well. Leaves with 1 single, nope, 2 little flowers on them. There are 10 of these. These are really pretty. Would make some beautiful brooches. These are more of that copper looking antique style stuff. Love these. There's actually 2 styles of these. Some that have this little really fancy loop in them, and the other ones don't. Here's 11 in this pack. Simple little dangle. Here's the other style of those fancy ones that I showed you. There's 5 in here. See, they don't have the big detail thing in the middle there, or at the bottom. Very pretty. Another bag. These are, I don't know, like reaches, I guess, or they could just be made a simple brooch. There's lots of places to put, use it as a dangle or brooch to put gems in there and fancy it up. 3 of those. There's, these are the silver. There's some gold ones as well in here somewhere. Here are, I don't know, these kind of remind me of like the Greek headband type of things. There's 8 of these. There are, I have 6 for 30 cents. The price was 6 for $1.08 of these. here are some really nice kind of oak leaf and a flower. Fairly good sized. These are triple, I don't know, they kind of remind me of marijuana leaves. Just maybe kind of showing my age a little bit here. There's several different sizes of these. There's 10 of them in here. They were, oops, I just dropped them on the floor, $1 a dozen. There are 13 of these in here. I have no idea what you'd use them for. They're sturdier, but they are bendable, but they're really firm. So 13 of those. 5 of these. Gosh, I'm hoping you can see this. Another good sized pieces. Here's some more of those Grecian leaves like I showed you, like the, where did they go? Right here, just different size, a little bit different color. 4 of these in here. These are a little heavier duty. These are a double leaf, little drop leaf dangle. It says 90 cents for a dozen. There's 9 of them in here. Don't have prices on these. These are flat back leaves. There's silver and golden on these. They're a bigger leaf with a more three-dimensional, smaller leaf on them. These are brooch building pieces. There's 6 of them in here. It's a softer metal, more bendable and flexible. Here are some more, like the silver ones I showed you before. Here are the gold ones. There's 2 of these. Lots of leaf stuff. Oh, here's some trees. There's a price on these too, I think. No, Minnie, shush up, please. These were $2 a dozen. And there's actually 11 of them in here. Here are some more double leaf drop type things. There's about 50 of them in here in the bag. Here's more of those pot leaf style type ones I was telling you about. These are a little bit smaller. About 100 of them in here in the bag. Okay, getting down there. Almost done with this video. Here are there's 4 leaves in here. 2 are joined, 2 are not. These are like 3 inches a piece. This one, about 6 inches. They're metal, but they are soft and flexible. Here's some more another different size of the triple leaf. There's 90 of them in here, I think. Here's another nice piece, kind of like a little ivy type of leaf setup thing. It's got a bigger piece and then a smaller piece, the bigger and the smaller piece that go with it. So, I mean, you could really stack that and make something really pretty out of that. My little one's in the bedroom screaming, making a bunch of noise, so. My youngest, not my little. He's 10. It's not real little anymore. Here are some, these reminded me of pineapple. There's 5 of these pieces in here. Can put a centerpiece in it. And yet another size and style of those Grecian type. These were $1.30 a dozen, and there's a dozen in here. So, okay. Another video down. That's 2 videos down, short form. Let's hopefully see if this is going to work better this way, and I'll get some more stuff out.